We finally got Power Rangers versus VR Troopers. Power Rangers Prime issue 5 is out. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Legacy of Nerd. My name is Daniel, and Power Rangers Prime issue 5 is out, and I'm enjoying this one. So we're gonna do a recap, and then I'll tell you like my opinions at the end, because you guys know I have not enjoyed every issue of Power Rangers Prime, and this one is the big one. This is the one with the big cover, with the new Ranger suits on the cover, and this is the one that everyone's been talking about, where things are like starting to go down. So the issue starts off 4 years ago. We see Mark and June. They're like waiters at this big gala thing with the Altarian people that are meeting like the Earth people as well. And, you know, they are getting kind of hounded by like this rich dude that's being very rude to them. Valentina steps in before Orion kind of throws down with this guy and diffuses the situation, or basically embarrasses the guy so much that, you know, the waiters can kind of just walk away and nothing bad happens. Then we get to present day, and we see the 4 new Rangers. We see pink, yellow, blue, and the black Ranger. Orion is pink, Valentina is yellow, Mark is blue, and June is black. We see Ryan there. He's talking to the VR troopers. They're kind of trying to figure out what to do, but Ryan is taking total control of the situation here. We see Rita talking to, and this little kind of callback, but Rita's saying that Ryan would have made a really good Ranger. And if you guys have been watching here, we had a pretty good interview with Brad Hawkins, who played Ryan from VR Troopers, and he talks about how he was supposed to be the original White Ranger. So it's a really great callback to there. Go make sure to check out that interview. There's also a short also on here on this channel that you can get a very quick version of it, but the interview is great. So, you know, Ryan is trying to take control of the situation. We see Orion kind of step in, and he accidentally like hits Ryan with his pink power mace because he doesn't know what he's doing. And then we see Valentina, because Valentina and Ryan are like, you know, together, right? So we see Valentina try to go to Ryan to see like, you know, are you okay? What's going on? And Valentina gets shot at by the other VR troopers, and Ryan's just like, this is all going to crap. So June steps in, the new Black Ranger. He pulls out his Black Ranger, I guess, boa staff, and we get confirmation that he is like a Snake Ranger. So that may be something that we see in the future. Snake, I don't know. He's definitely from Altarian side of everything that's going on right now. But I thought that was cool, kind of confirmation, a little, because those little emblems on the suits are kind of hard to see. Again, they all just start fighting. It all starts going out. We get this great panel of all the VR troopers and the Rangers just going at it now. And, you know, obviously the VR troopers are not prepared to handle this because they've never really fought Power Rangers before. You know, one thing that we see on the next page is we see, oh man, I can't remember, but the female VR trooper, I can't remember her name, it's gonna bug me, but the female VR trooper kind of like copies herself and then uses that skill to hit the Red Ranger, and everybody's kind of caught off guard, and they actually make a little comment like, what was that? And oh my god, the other male VR trooper, I can't think of his name, oh my god, it's gonna bug me. Oh well, you'll let me know in the comments what the guys' names are. Actually, I don't even know if they're the same from the show, but they kind of make a comment like, it's a long story how she can duplicate herself. So it was a thing, and I feel like it could have been explained very easily with, you know, that this is just her power set move. But since they made a deal about it, I think this is something that's going to come back later. Maybe in the VR Troopers miniseries that they just announced, possibly could be there as well. So Lauren gets thrown to the side, and then Rita actually makes a distraction and makes the, like, you know, skeleton of the Tyrannosaurus that's there in the museum come alive and just start wreaking havoc. Rita and Lauren are talking. They are talking about basically, you know, they don't have a team. They have, you know, 5 people right now that are doing things, I guess. You know, she makes a point that, you know, the Black Ranger is full of rage. The Pink Ranger's trying, but he doesn't know what he's doing. The Yellow Ranger is torn because she has her boyfriend on the other side. And the Blue Ranger is just straight up terrified of everything that is going on. And there's only one team out there, and it's the VR Troopers. And then her Power Rangers team is just not ready for this. So Lauren takes the opportunity after hearing that, realized that they needed to survive, And, you know, she creates a bigger distraction and then all the Rangers get away. It looks like they go down to a sewer or something. Valentina is upset. She is like a Power Ranger now. This is not her life. She looks like she's supposed to be like a pretty princess. And this is like not what is like her life is supposed to be. She just fought her boyfriend. She doesn't know if he's okay or not. And Rita is just like, stop complaining. And Valentina takes a swing at Rita. Like her little power daggers like manifest and she just goes at her. But of course, like she is not trained for this. Rita is ready and just absolutely like just gets, you know, just dispatches her. Just like, that's it. We're done. We're not doing this. Valentina's upset. June's trying to comfort her. And Valentina's like, I'm going to tell your mom. And then he gets scared and they both run off basically. And, you know, the others are talking. They realize Mark isn't there. And the issue ends with Ryan driving Mark away in like a police car saying, I'm sorry what's about to happen to you, but we need answers. And it ends like that. Like it's dark, man. Like we see VR troopers, we see Power Rangers get kind of dark here. One thing I did miss that I do want to go back to is that when Rita and Lauren were talking in the museum, they go to this room and we see the Dragon Dagger, we see the Brachio Staff, and we see the Lost Galaxy Morpher. There's some other things that I kind of see there. It looks like the Time Force kind of sword. And then there's a couple other things I really can't make out. That blue thing looks super familiar, but I can't really make out what that is. So that's pretty much where we were left off. Now this issue is probably the most balanced issue that we've gotten in Power Rangers Prime so far, and I like the way that this is formatted. They did this in the last issue as well, but they started with a flashback at the very beginning, kind of get us to know a little bit more of their past, and then bring us back to the present and tell the big majority of the story. I like that format. Again, the first two issues like were not good for me. The third issue and fourth issue is when it was starting to get better, and I think this is the best issue that we have had so far. We got Power Rangers, we got Rita that is a good guy, we got Power Rangers versus VR Troopers, we got like internal struggles with Valentina. Like there's a lot of good things that are happening in this issue that kept me engaged in it. The suits look absolutely great here just in regular panels. I think, as like we talked about before, these are really Mighty Morphin inspired, and it looks really good. Actually, there was one panel I was looking at, and I'll kind of pull it up here. For a second, I thought they were showing like something from Dino Thunder, and you can see like in the suits where like the previous like Dino power sets are kind of inspired into these suits, and I think they look really good. The VR Troopers, I like that we're getting them involved, that we're fighting them against the Power Rangers. I wish I could remember the other two's names right now, but I think it's really going to set up the VR Troopers issues that we're going to be getting. It's a miniseries. I think it's going to be 6 issues. We just got the announcement like last week, but I feel that's probably something that's coming, and it's going to be connected to Power Rangers Prime. I had thought maybe for a second that it was going to be like its own story, maybe in the main timeline where, you know, the Power Rangers that we know are, but I think they're just going to go off of this, especially, you know, telling their own stories. I can understand not wanting to be hindered by continuity or canon or anything like that. But yeah, I think this issue was really good. We got some teasers from Boom, I want to say last week. We got the first look at one of the Zords, which really, you can see like there's more inspiration there from the Tyrannosaurus, Dino Charge, and Dino Thunder. Like I can see where they're pulling the different points of the Dino themed power sets into this story, and I think it looks good. I'm really curious where this story goes from here because, you know, Valentina was like, I'm just gonna go tell your mom, and I don't know why they think they're just going to have real life now. Like, I feel like everything has changed. Like, why does she think she gets to go home? But maybe that is like a little bit of like her being delusional of the situation that is going on in front of her, because I just don't get the sense that they're going home. The VR Troopers are a police force. The police know exactly who the Power Rangers are. There's no secret identity about that. The only thing that they may not have a lot of info about is Lauren, because she's just new to the scenario here. So that's a little interesting, but I want to see where it goes, like how their life changes. And I definitely want to know where they're able to lay low and make their Zords. Like, how does that work? So, but yeah, otherwise, the issue I thought was really good. It's the best issue we've gotten of Power Rangers Prime so far. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you already pick it up? What are you thinking about the series so far? Did you like this issue? Do you think it's the best issue? Or do you think it's the worst issue? What are things that you don't like about this series? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to follow us here on the Legacy of Nerd. And y'all know what time it is. It's morphin' time.